I never wanted to respond or to talk about this issue of Kahiga Mutai and what he said about Raila Odinga. It was something I never wanted to do because in this platform, sometimes there are things I don't want to put relevance. I start kuzipatia priority. But after watching what Joe Nyotu said in an interview, I think it has triggered me, and I've come to ask myself, there is a narrative being pushed. You know, for the longest time, Raila Odinga has always been used as a boogeyman for the people of the mountain to be elected, for those leaders who want to be elected. And it's a fact. Many leaders in Mount Kenya have risen into political relevance by insulting or saying all manner of things against Raila Odinga. They were loved by the people because of that. Raila Odinga has been used as the boogeyman in Mount Kenya for so long. And right now I feel that since Raila Odinga is no longer there, these people are left confused. They are wondering, who will we be blaming so that our people can be electing us? And they have decided to switch from Raila Odinga now to the Luo community. That is what I'm seeing. I'm sorry if I might see different, but that is what I'm seeing. Before I go into the details, I know some of you are watching me for the first time. Kindly take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do so. Na kama kawaida, I will be back. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and for the return subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. So, the truth of the matter is, Raila has always been used as a boogeyman. They have always used Raila. The hate towards Raila has built so many political career of so many politicians in Mount Kenya to a point whereby they can't sit down and really imagine that there'll be no one they'll be pointing fingers at. Because the idea here is to sustain this hate. When you sustain this hate, then you get elected. Because it reached a point whereby the person who insulted Raila the biggest, the loudest, that one was the person who the people of Mount Kenya could elect. And it was always like that. And even our president, you remember when he was campaigning in Mount Kenya, you remember how he used to brand Raila Odinga. Because branding and hating on Raila Odinga was something that will give you a big political score. But right now Raila is no longer there. So they have to find who and where to blame. And now they are switching against the community. I want you to listen to what this guy was saying. Listen to this.
And I want to tell the world to watch. Because what President Ruto is doing is laying ground for genocide against the Kikuyu community.
No,
he has taken you through a chronology of events that have happened. That Kenyatta led Jaramogi Oginga down. And it's true that Kibaki did not honor the MOU, and I had referred to it also, between him and Raila Amolo Odinga. Do you remember how Ken concluded? That if we want to make amends with the Luo community, then these things that have been done by leaders from the Kikuyu community to leaders of the Luo community then need to be looked into. He was referring to the community, not the individual.
But this is what I'm trying to say, that we should be focusing on individuals.
That's it. Now my question.
A conversation between you and Ken is a conversation between you and Ken, not between the Kikuyu and the Luo. Because Ken doesn't necessarily for all the Luo, and you don't speak well for all the Kikuyus yourself.
He said that the Luo community has been let down. He said that. And that's what I'm saying. When Ken says that, then at that time, it is not the leaders, it's the community. When in our place, a leader does something, it is the community, not the leader. So what we are saying is, we are only asking to be given our fair share of the freedom to express ourselves. And
you have listened to him. It's a long interview. It was somewhere on Citizen TV. Remember, nowadays I just put audio because when I try to put videos, I got a lot of strikes and all these things until my channel was demonetized. So we have to reapply. So we are still going back to Nini. So we have to rebuild again. It's okay. We are building. You can still support us. My number is always here. So you have listened to what that guy has said. And the beef, the reason why I'm saying that, now the hate is going to switch towards the community. You know, when someone tells you that they cannot apologize, and you can hear his chronological, the way he's saying things, it is very, very clear. The Luos in this country have been treated unfairly. That is the reality. The Luos have been treated unfairly. Because from independence, when Jaramogi Oginga Odinga decided to pull back and say that he cannot take the presidency, he's going until Kenyatta comes out and takes and leads them. What did Jaramogi do wrong that time? It was okay. Then there was the murder of this guy, Pio Gamapinto, Agwin Scott, was it a Pio Gamapinto or whatever? There are things that were done deliberately to separate, to bring that rift between the Luos and the Kikuyus. So this thing was choreographed right from independence. But all along, Luos have never retaliated. Luos have kept mum. Even when Matomboya was murdered, Luos kept mum. And then Kenyatta went to Kisumu and killed over 200 Luos, including children, who were shot in broad daylight. Luos still never reacted. They kept quiet. And then when Raila Odinga was fighting for multipartyism with other communities, then there was no problem. Raila Odinga suffered, fight for them, and Raila Odinga went to prison, nini. But remember, when Raila Odinga wanted to go for the presidency, that is when they realized that he's uncut, he's so many things. That is when they kept on reminding him that he planned the 1982 coup. But when he was standing with one of their own, then it was okay. And that's why I'm just trying to paint a picture how a community can be so much entitled, so much into all, it's all about them. It's all about them. It has always been about them. For them, they come first before anything else. Because even the oath that they took was for power never to leave them. And when power left and went to the hands of Moi, they fought Moi so much. They fought Moi so much. In fact, look at Moi's political career. The community that gave him a lot of problems was the people of the mountain. During his 24-year reign, the Luos never had a problem with Moi. Moi never massacred Luos or anything. Until Raila came and helped them to take power from Moi and give them to Uhuru Kenyatta and Kibaki. And that is when they turned again against Moi, against Raila Odinga. Now anyone who wanted to take power from them was an enemy. And that is how they dealt with Raila in 2007. Despite Raila winning the election. Now they are saying that in 2007 they won the election without any other community. Just one against 42. Now I want to ask you a good question. Now why are they seeking if they were able to defeat Raila in 2007 with one community alone against whatever 40 or 41 back then, why are they seeking coalition right now? Why is Gachagua seeking to unite communities so that they can defeat William Ruto? Why? If they are the majority the way they say, why don't they stay alone, go to the ballot and vote and remove William Ruto? Until the day when people will sit down and start telling each other the truth, until the day that some community will sit down and stop thinking that they are privileged more than any other community, then this issue of tribalism will never end. It will never end. That is the truth. That is the truth. Because there are some communities in this country that they feel they are entitled to it. And that's why you see even Kithure Kindiki is not being supported by the people of the mountain. Why? Because he's not from the mountain itself. He's not from the Kikuyu community. If it was anybody else who was the deputy president from the Kikuyu community, it could have been okay. But right now he's being fought because he comes from the minority community in the mountain. That is the reality. And as long as they are not featured as at the top there, whether they have a president or the deputy, as long as they don't feature there, even if William Ruto gives all the cabinet positions to the people of the mountain, they will still not get satisfied. Because this cabinet has more Kikuyus, more people, more Kikuyu community than any other people in the cabinet, but they are still not satisfied. So we must tell each other the truth if we want to build a one cohesive country. That even those people who feel they are entitled, because only when Raila Odinga wants to go for a seat, that is when they remember that he's uncut, he was this, he was this, he was this. When he was campaigning for Kibaki, he was one of the greatest men this country has ever seen. And when Kenyans come to highlight some of these things, and you can understand the hatred that is there, when Mutahi Kahiga comes and mocks Raila's death, it shows you how deep-rooted that hate is. For them, this community does not deserve anything. That's why they are saying that they are happy that development were going so much in Nyanza. Now they are going to, who is going to bring them back? And even right now, look critically. These people gave Kibaki a very hard time. When Moi ruled, for the 24 years he ruled, this community gave him a very hard time. Right now, William Ruto is the president. Which community is now giving him a hard time? The same community. But remember, when Kibaki was in the seat, they used to say, Musipatie Kibaki stress. They used to tell Raila, usisumbue Kibaki. When Uhuru was the president, walikuwa wanasema usisumbue Uhuru. And you ujue there is a sudden hate towards Raila Odinga and this community at large. The moment Raila Odinga decided to work with Uhuru Kenyatta, that is when their relationship with the people, with the relationship of the Kikuyus and Uhuru Kenyatta iliharibika. The moment William Ruto started working with Raila Odinga and associating with Raila Odinga, that was the moment Gachagua started fighting William Ruto, and that was the moment their relationship in Aribika. So for them, it has never been that what it is, you should not be seen working with this community. That is the truth. And until people sit down and tell each other the truth, until we sit down, the Luos sit here, the Kikuyus sit here, and we tell each other the truth, and we reconcile. Because all along, Luos have never retaliated. Luos have always kept their cool. They have been called all manner of names. They have been called all manner of things. They have never retaliated. Even when their election was stolen in 2007, the majority of them were the ones who were massacred. If you compare the kind of things that happened in Kisumu, majority of them were the ones who were massacred. So the reality is, this community and the Luos and the Kikuyus need to have a sit down and reconcile. And we must understand that this country belongs to all of us. Until that is done, there will never be any form of unity. Meaningful unity. For as long as some people feel like they are special than others. Because even the Luos themselves, they are not going to sit down and that is why they are now supporting William Ruto. Because they feel like you people, you feel like you are entitled. So we want to show you that this other person can also lead. William Ruto has failed in some areas. Yes, we agree he has failed in some areas. But does that warrant him to be to be treated the way he has been treated for the last 3-4 years? No, for the last 2 years, ever since they parted ways with Gachagua. No. You remember when Gachagua was okay with William Ruto, he used to plan how he's going to eliminate Raila Odinga. Na alikuwa anasema mzee tutadili na yeye, mzee tutammaliza. The arrogance, the hate towards the man was there and was very visible. And I believe, what if not for William Ruto, because William Ruto has that natural respect for Raila Odinga. Maybe Raila Odinga could have gone way back. Uko nyuma kitambo. I want to believe that William Ruto really protected Raila during those maandamano za sufuria nini. Because you can see the hate towards the man. You can see. Until now, Gachagua, despite the post in America kwa mtandao, he has not even gone to condole with the family. Which was something that was very simple. You just drive to Bondo alone with your few security and you go until to the farm. Huwezi fukuzwa. You cannot be chased. The moment they see you, you cannot be chased. You condole with the family and show people that this is not personal, this was just politics. Because if there is somebody who has attacked Raila Odinga and insulted Raila Odinga so many times, it's William Ruto. But he's able to put all those things aside and understand the importance of Raila Odinga in Kenyan politics and give him that state burial that he gave him. But Gachagua has remained mum. Next time we are going to see him appear somewhere in Mwea, somewhere on top of a vehicle and say all manner of things. So Raila is gone, but they have to find somewhere or anybody to blame. And they know they cannot sustain blame on William Ruto. They have to find something that stems from way back. The Luos have paid the price for so many things. We have paid the price. Even when it comes to these maandamanos, how many Luos have died over the years? You cannot compare with what happened in June 14th. So many Luos have been killed over the years and they have never been compensated. So the Luos have decided they are going to stand with William Ruto. Because for a fact is, William Ruto doesn't have issues with the Luos. The people where William Ruto comes from, his community and the community of Raila Odinga, they have never had issues. In fact, their collaborations has brought a lot of great things. So, moving forward, and this is my suggestion, until these two communities sit down and truly reconcile and tell each other the truth, then this issue of Luos versus Kikuyus will continue for a very, very long time. I'm hoping that a time will come when people will sit down and tell each other the truth. Because even those Kikuyus who are talking and are sharing ideas and everything between Kikuyus and Luos and everything, even those ones who have intermarried and everything, sit with them critically. There are some personal things they have within their heart. Kuna do your differences. So until people come out and speak their heart fully, then I don't think these two communities will work together anytime soon. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section, but above it all, remain respectful. It is okay to disagree with me in so many aspects, but it is okay to also share your views in a more respectful and in an open manner. Do not insult, do not use insults, do not use anything that will make usitume tu matusi, acha tuseme hivyo. And if you want to continue supporting this platform, my number is always here. You can always support me with whatever amount you feel like. This is a free platform. We are not earning anything from this platform. So the little support we get from you, it becomes like a motivation. Sawa? Bye.
The African Update.